Just starting the day. It's supposed to be in the high 40s and 50s. No rain, yes. And I have about 15 miles, I think, today. And one more night before I hit a town. All is well. It's still quite a bit windy today, and it smells really good through here. I'm really surprised how quick I get hungry. I normally eat a lot and snack and have a high metabolism, but I ate a big giant breakfast of oatmeal and walnuts and dried fruit, and a couple hours later I'm hungry. Time for a snack. It's so magical in through here. Moss is so deep and thick. I just love it. It's hard not to take pictures, even though I am trying to conserve battery, sort of. This is so cool. I realize I say the word cool and beautiful and awesome a lot. And a few years ago, I found myself repeating the word amazing. And I decided to challenge myself to find more creative ways of saying the same thing. Just one of the many things to keep myself occupied today be to find other descriptive words for what I see. This is luscious. Oh my, so luscious. It's kind of different through here. All the trees are barren, uprooted, maybe from the high winds that have been passing through these last few days. Hey hiker babes, this is Tara checking in from the Smoky Mountains on the Appalachian Trail. We've had a few bad weather days. If you want to see more of that, you can head over to my YouTube channel, Wandering with Wilson. But it's been a great trip so far. I don't know, 20 days or so into things, and I was thinking of you, all you badass babes out there hiking, and will carry your spirit with me today. Looking forward to today. It's still a bit chilly, but it's going to warm up, and I'm also looking forward to getting into town. I slept really well last night. The shelter was full. I don't even know how many people were in it, but I was happy to be in my hammock away from the snorers, and also nice and toasty warm. Now this is spectacular. And this is narrow and a bit confining. You know, I used to wonder what I would think about all day while I was out here. When I first started hiking, I would go into the woods and it would take 2 to 4 hours, miles, whatever it was, before my brain would stop because I just had constant thought after thought. And then fast forward a few years and same trails, when I go out, I would get bored and it would be really hard for me. So I started listening to podcasts and books and things like that. And so I was worried coming out here because I don't have any books, I don't have any podcasts, whether or not I could keep my mind from going into that place of boredom. And so far, it's been weird. I don't really think about anything. Sometimes I get this rhythm in my head of my footsteps or my pack wobbling around, or I pay attention to the wind, some of the animals or the birds. But mostly my mind is blank. I think of stupid things and what I'm going to eat next and where I'm going to sleep and the plan for repacking my bag and what not to forget and that kind of stuff. But it's kind of calm and really nothing crazy is going through my head. So I wonder if that will continue. Back to the green and the sun shining through. I guess this is cozy. A few more thoughts on nutrition. Definitely, I'm happy with my Thunderbird, Picky bar, and Rise bar choices. Unprocessed, slightly more processed, only like 5 ingredients, 3 to 5, and high protein. I really prefer them. I've tried a couple of the typical backpacker things and I'm not very impressed. I'm stopping here for lunch. Well, it's 11 o'clock and I've had those 3 bars now. So yeah, eating a lot. Anyway, I have tried the Carnation Instant Breakfast for a protein supplement with my oatmeal. Don't really care about that so much. It's just, let me see if I can do this. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Having a hard time finding a place for my camera. So the Carnation Instant Breakfast is fine, but it's highly processed. There's really nothing good in it. And so rather than use that with my oats, I am going to try to find a protein powder that comes in single serve packets that maybe has something else in it. I've also tried Snickers and truthfully, I don't really care. It's so funny because I've spent a lot of time like avoiding these foods and then I get them and I'm using them for calories and it's fine for calories. But I would rather eat some sort of nutrition protein bar. I've tried the Go macro bars and they're even more processed than the Picky bars. You can find them in grocery stores. And so I might opt for those instead of the Snickers bars, although probably $1 more a piece. There's a couple of other options that I might throw in just for those extra calories. Those bars might weigh more than Snickers. I mean, that's a good thing about Snickers. It's super lightweight, high calorie, but it's just crap. What else? I do like the tuna and chicken packets. I'm finding that my body is craving that protein and they're messy, but they're quick, easy. I just eat it right out of the packet. So I'll probably do more of those. And I've been craving and kind of envying people who are doing the instant mashed potatoes. So I think this next time I'm going to try instant mashed potatoes. I may even try ramen. I haven't done that yet. I did pack it out once because I found it in a hiker box, ended up throwing it in another hiker box. I want to try everything that is typical trail food and then see what I think. Not probably doing the McDonald's again. That was, you know what, the McDonald's wasn't as bad as the Little Debbie's. That was just sugar and maybe not even sugar, but whatever it was, actually kind of made me sick. So, nutrition update. One other update is my possum glove fail. I have these thumbs duct taped, another finger blowout. Yeah, but I did contact Z-Pack and they're sending me new ones, so that's good. I don't know if you can see it through the trees, and I'll try to get a better picture of it later, but there's a town with roads and buildings and lights. And I remember when I first started backpacking, I realized that there were people out walking in the woods and sleeping in the woods, and I had never known that really, I guess, before. And so now when I'm driving on a highway or a road and I look into the mountains, I always wonder if there are any people out there currently hiking and sleeping and backpacking. Just came across this really interesting tree. It's all the little things. When I said I don't have much to think about, it's because of that. I mean, look at this one. It's got all these bumps all over it. There's just so much to see. So I'm taking a side trail to a fire tower. There's a lot of things like these, and not everyone does them all the time. I thought about not doing it as well, but it's only 1 o'clock and 4 miles to the shelter. So I dropped my pack and I'm gonna hike out here and see the view. And it feels pretty good not to have my pack on, even though it adds 1.2 miles to my already 15, I think, miles today. I'll take a picture of the sign when I get there because I forget what it's called. Look how crazy blue the sky is. It's opening up. It hasn't been too bad. A little bit of a climb. And now I think a little rock scrambling. Past the rocks. Maybe not. You can just see it peeking out right there. It's a muddy mess. I'm not to the tower yet. This is quite a pretty view. Pretty windy. So there's the roads and stuff I was seeing before. I'm up here on this rock. Mountains and mountains and mountains. And there's the building. You can travel outside the perimeter. It's a long way down. And then you can sit inside. There's actually some hikers inside. So it was the Mount Kramer trail, and I guess it was worth it, the 1.2 miles. If nothing else, to take my pack off, do a little rock scramble. I love rock scrambles. And move freely without the weight. My pack is stashed over here. Okay, guess what time it is? number 6. So from now on, I'm not going to count. I'm just going to take a picture anytime I hit a fireball, and we'll see how many fireballs it takes to get to Katahdin. I'm about a mile from the shelter. It's been an uneventful afternoon, 4 miles downhill. Tough on the knees. So I'm going to be getting in relatively early today to the shelter, just after 3. So I'm hoping that there'll be a sunny spot that is relatively flat with no breeze, so I can do some yoga. And maybe I will start to tell you the story of how I got my trail name.